Well, these days you could make the most functional smart TV in the world, but with society these days afflicted by short attention spans, various media platforms ranging from tablet to mobile, as well as a focus on speed and convenience, is the TV industry in general a dying market? What is the future of television?
25-year-old Feng Ke works for a financial company in Beijing. She owns a smart TV, but rarely turns it on, and instead mostly uses the set as a background noisemaker. She finds that her viewing experiences are much different than her parents.
I think my parents can sit still. For example, if my mom isn't busy, she can sit down for a couple of hours and really watch something. But we, people born in the 90s, as some describe, are quite impatient. If my friend or I watch TV, we switch channels fast and hardly watch anything for long.
Feng Ke's viewing habit might fuzz the screen for China's television manufacturers, but industry insiders remain confident that they can still dial into people's living rooms.
Many people say they are not watching TV anymore. They watched video on PCs a few years ago and now on their cell phones. But I think it will come back to your family. I think this screen is a smart one. It's no longer a TV set, but an information center of the family, or a presentation center. Information about your refrigerator, air conditioner, washing machine, or weather will all air on this screen.
We face too many complicated screens when we come home. There's your PC, cell phone, and iPad. But you haven't noticed there's the biggest screen in your family life. It can make sure all the content is presented to you in the most vivid form.
To accomplish that feat, though, there are 4 prerequisites.
There's the requirement of a license for smart TV companies because everything occurs in a family setting. Secondly, there needs to be abundant content that includes videos, educational material, and e-commerce capability, so that the TV serves as a family entertainment center. Thirdly, the TV needs to supply a positive viewing experience. For example, it mustn't take too long to download a video once a user calls for it. That leads to the 4th point. Internet bandwidth has to be wide enough to facilitate easy data transmission on smart TVs.
Wen Hao says that for both internet companies and traditional TV manufacturers, only those who can satisfy all 4 requirements will win market share. And for young viewers like Feng Ke, a seamless television experience is key. She even has a bold idea of just what TV will be like in the future.
My understanding of TV is different from my parents' generation. For them, TV might just be a big machine out there, but for me, TV is more about content, like a news program, a movie, or a video. I call these TV, and it should be something I can bring with me to wherever I go.
So, Professor, do you think there needs to be a drastic and dramatic shift in terms of business models for TV manufacturers these days? It doesn't matter if they're smart TV makers or non-smart TV makers, because it seems like these days, with so many alternatives, the consumers are in control.
One of the things the company will have to think about is market positioning, right? Are they targeting the internet generation, so to speak, who are already using smartphones and trying to push smart TVs onto them, or are they still looking at the elderly and the children who used to be the main viewers of TV? And another thing these manufacturers will have to think about is how to continuously improve its product and service qualities, right, to increase customer satisfaction level. Also, in terms of business model, companies will really have to think about, well, where do they stand on this new value chain and where they can potentially find the revenues going forward. And another question is, well, policy, right? So that's another issue the company will have to think about, given we've already talked about this, and we've seen this volatility in the market as a result of policy change over the course of last year. So going forward, well, before the companies start making huge investment into expansions, they have to think about, well, is there any policy risk and is the company ready to hedge against that potential risk going forward?
Ultimately, Professor, what is the future of TV? Because we were talking before the show began, and you say that you don't really watch that much TV these days. And for the younger generation, because of so many different alternatives these days, really the future of the TV industry is in doubt, right?
That's right, I agree. I mean, I think a lot of people these days just do not watch TV that much anymore. I mean, yeah, I don't. And I think for a lot of people, the TV actually has become a fourth screen in addition to PC, tablets, and your smartphones. But having said that, TV is nevertheless still the biggest screen in people's living room. Right? And given its sheer size advantage, I think it will be ideal for large group activities like family entertainment. Right? So, and if that's the case, then I think the TV manufacturers really will have to think about what kind of content to provide to cater towards that specific purpose. So for example, sharing may become a very critical features, right, in terms of the provision of content.
We'll see where it leads us. Many
That's
thanks
right.
for that, Professor.
Thank you.
Well, the television industry is being redefined as we speak. Perhaps in the future, this previously sought-after staple of the home and the symbol of family life will evolve into a more supplementary role in a world filled with alternatives. Chinese consumers, of course, are also doing their part to reshape media distribution channels, and that will determine how the future of TV will progress here in China. Once again, you're welcome to follow us on CCTV News' Weibo, WeChat, YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter accounts to share your thoughts. And if you have any interesting business cases to tell us, feel free to email us at newmoney@cctv.com. Thanks for joining us this week on New Money. I'm Michael Wong, and we'll see you again next week.